Do you want to learn how to remove some carpet pad, but we're afraid to ask? Ask no more. Watch this video. If you've just now joined me, I just showed my other viewers that you're probably one of my viewers too, and if you are, thank you so kindly for that. But you missed me removing the carpet. Just punch in how to remove carpet or something like that in my search box on my channel and you'll find out how to do that. We've already got that removed. This is carpet pad, and I'm going to start removing this, and that's what this project is about. We've got a hallway here. We also have a little closet here. Okay, and we've got a room, little bedroom here. So if you want to learn how to do that, stick around. That's how we're going to remove this carpet pad, and I can leave this like halfway if I want, because all I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look where all of the taped lines are. Chances are all their seams have a line and it's connected and attached with a piece of masking tape or something. Score that, okay? Make sure it's up all the way like that, okay? We're going to go around to all of the different rooms and we're going to do that. Everywhere where you see this. It makes it a lot cleaner than just starting to rip it, because what happens is when you start ripping it, it comes into shreds and then it's harder to roll up. It takes a while longer to get everything taken care of, okay? Do a good job. Just carefully look and you should be able to see the joint between the two pieces of carpet pad through the masking tape. And see how I got my blade stuck halfway out and I don't have to push it straight down and screw up the tip of my blade or have my blade all the way out. I can just do it halfway. All I'm doing is cutting the tape on the top, okay? I'm not cutting through anything else. That's all I'm doing here. That's it, okay? Now go through and do all of the other areas, and it's not that much, okay? You're not going to see that in many spots. But wherever it is, I'm going to cut it. Now sometimes, not all, they might have a piece of masking tape that's taped right over the top of your tack strip, and you can just take that and just score that. Leave the rest of the tape onto the tack strip. We don't care about that, okay? And you don't have to kneel down. If you got bad knees or something, you don't have to kneel down. Just bend down there and see where that is. Have a steady hand and try to go right where the joint is. If you get squiggly, that's all right. Just look at it, kind of eyeball it as you go. Okay? Bad Joe. Last thing you want to do is, if you have any extension cords out, don't place them on this tack strip, even gently, because you've got all those little pins sticking up out of there. And if somebody steps on your cord, or you pull the cord and it catches on one of those, it could rip, it could electrocute you, or it could mess up your extension cord or whatever. Okay? Be careful of that. Now I'm ready to remove this, and most carpet pad is generally stuck down with some glue. They might have taken a glue bottle and just ran it back and forth, opened up a quart container and just dribbled it along there and go back and forth like this. They don't usually trowel this down. So you just have to kind of be aware of that as you pull this up to see if it's going to stick anywhere. And if it does stick, hopefully it doesn't rip off the back of this. If it does, you can get underneath there and, you know, kind of lift on it a little bit. And in some areas it might get stuck a little bit harder than others. I've not ever pulled this carpet pad off, but see what I'm talking about? How they put that on with the glue. They took it and they just ziggied it, boop, 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 boop. Here's some more over here, and all that. You might be wondering about what's underneath this floor. We're not really going to talk about that just yet. If you want to learn all about that, I'll have a video especially on that. Now, if you're going to put carpet back over this, you don't really have any issues about that, but we're going to do something different than that after we get this carpet pad removed. So you might want to keep watching my channel and find out all about that. Okay? Just going to then now go ahead and pull this back a little bit. I want to get all this loose before I even think about rolling it up. Doesn't take long. Just wanting to get it all loose like that. Now I know it's loose. And because I cut the masking tape there, it ripped off, it came out nice and clean along there. I could roll this up just like a piece of carpet, can't I? Now, if you don't cut this line, lots of times it'll rip, and then it rips along that way and back and forth, and pretty soon you got to mess with that. And you can't roll everything up nice and easily. Okay? So, at this point, I'm going to roll this up. Let's see if you can see all of what I'm doing here. Get this situated back here a little bit. Roll it up just like I did the carpet. I want to still try to keep this nice and straight if I can. I'm here by myself doing this. You don't really need a helper unless you want to. Obviously, two people are quicker than one. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to take that against the wall so it doesn't want to unroll itself like that. Okay, and I can go for the next one. You'll be done in a flash. Yeah, you just want to see me, see if I can't kick my own butt, huh? With doing this. I think you got the picture on how to do this, but I think you just want to see me do some more, don't you? Okay, get it up that far. I know it's all loose now. Set that back down. And I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to loosen that up. Make sure it's all unstuck first. Okay? Just like that. And I can set this back down. I mean, I could take this whole thing. Let's do this a different way this time, shall we? I'm going to get this situated. We're going to roll this up slightly different. Just to let you know, is there just one way to do things? Absolutely not. Always two ways to skin a cat, so to speak. Now, that's just the same. Okay, I'm going to pull this over, line it up like that. Looks nice and straight. Now I can roll it up. Just make it slightly quicker because I'm only rolling up half it now, right? If you got to do a whole house, let's say, maybe you can save a little bit of time and tell your helper how to do it this way. You know, don't just leave it like that because it could unroll, see? So, with it being here, I'm just going to lift it around. I'm going to gently put it here, like that. Now it can never roll back on itself, can it? If you haven't seen this yet, you haven't seen me remove the carpet or talk about this sauna. They have a little sauna in this bedroom. Isn't that kind of cool? It's only about 6 by 6. And that sucker works really good. You just plug it into the wall. They had to bring a circuit over here from the electrical panel, just a standard, I think it was a 20 amp breaker. And so I'm leaving this up because this sure is going to feel good tonight after removing this carpet pad, the tack strip, sweeping up and all that. before I get ready to start prepping the floor. I'm going to leave this up for a couple more nights. And so I'm still getting ready to remove this carpet pad. And because I have to cut this out this way now, of course I have to use my sharp sheetrock knife. And I have to cut this carpet pad. The only time you have to cut carpet pad is if you're cutting around something or whatever. The rest of it should be able to pull up. So this stuff, you have to kind of score it a few times, and it kind of rips up. That's why I like to get the initial cut next to the masking tape, you see, because it just takes a little bit, and if you start pulling it, see, it will just start ripping wherever. Then you've got to roll it. It's hard to roll up. So see, I'm just going to peel it back as I go, and that'll help me cut it. Kind of. Just score it, score it, score it, score it. Keep your hand out of the way. You don't want to cut your finger. The top of your hand or whatever. Fingertips. Pull this up here. You don't get too close to the wall. Okay. Now I've got to cut this next row right up against there. Let's see how I'm going to do that so you can see this. Strategically set this up, I guess. I'm just going to cut this out of here. I always like to use a little garden mat, whatever I'm doing, even over the carpet pad, looks like. Okay, there we go. Now I've got that. Now I can go back and loosen this up. Let's just keep the camera rolling, shall we? We'll just keep the camera rolling for you. Move this light back a little bit so you don't have to see that. Now I just want to make sure it comes off of here. Now if you have tiles underneath here that are loose, let's say, you want to make sure to kind of hang on to them. You don't want to pull those up if you can help it. Okay? And they're all stuck down pretty well, it looks like. And so I'm just going to keep peeling this back. Getting it loose. Now I can pull this back to here and roll from there, kind of, yes, like that. Start off right there with my roll. Yeah, that's what I like. Now I can just roll it up in one piece again. Still want to get it kind of as straight as I can. Oh, now look at that. This tile came loose. We're going to have to take a quick look at that later. Okay. I'm going to situate this and flip it back around this way. That. That way it doesn't roll back on itself. I can just slide out from under the door that way, and now I can swivel it around this direction, okay, and roll it up. It doesn't matter if you got stuff on it. Just kind of move it over. You don't have to take that off because then you've got to sweep that up off the floor. Extra stuff. That could be lots of really gritty from your carpet, depending how worn your carpet is. You want to tip this over. You don't have to, okay? Just roll it up inside this pad. We're going to throw this pad away, or you can call someplace, and sometimes you can find a place that recycles carpet pad and your old carpet. Did you know that? So if you want to go the extra mile, check it out, and maybe your neighborhood has that available to you.